Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, I'm very excited to say that Jen and I are going to be watching Justice League Dark for the first time. I've seen several comments talking about this movie and Justice League Apocalypse being some of the better movies of the DCAMU. My expectations are still tapered a little bit. Teen Titans versus Justice League was very, very good. I think that was the last movie we did was a bit of a high point. So I think going into the next one where people say this one's where we get some really good content will be good for us. Jen, how are you feeling going into Justice League Dark?
I'm excited. The last movie I thought was exactly what Holden said. It was a high point. It was definitely one of my favorites, and I think just the content in general was better. It felt more mature, more adult, more dark. Just the title alone on this one, I'm like, fantastic, sign me up. I don't know if it's all the same characters in this, but I think the ensemble for the previous movie was pretty just right where it needed to be, the sweet spot. So I'm hoping that that kind of continues. And so I'm really excited to check it out.
But before we get into it, we can't forget the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day says, hey Holden and Jen, the next cartoon show you guys should react to is Justice League, the animated series, and Justice League Unlimited. I think they're the best superhero cartoons of all time, and they both tie into Batman, the animated series. I agree. I love the Justice League. I watched it when it was on Cartoon Network back in the day. It was still when those cartoons on Cartoon Network, Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, Justice League, hell, they had some more mature themes, but they were still intended for children. So they never went overboard, but it was less Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans actually is another great example of that. So I agree with that. I never really got into Justice League Unlimited. I don't know if we'll ever do either of those shows on the channel, but they are very great. Thank you so much for that comment of the day. If you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. For now, let's go ahead and get into it. Justice League Dark. Ooh, that font feels very Scooby-Doo.
Some idiot just hit me.
Oh, okay. Wait, he's driving?
Get away
guess
from
so.
me.
Ugh.
So she's like hallucinating this.
Stay away!
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Wonder Woman, save me!
Why isn't she saying Wonder Woman as that creature?
Demons, they're everywhere. Don't you see them?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you in.
One.
Ooh, I see only one.
What did you do with my family?
Steven, it's me, Gloria.
Oh my gosh.
I'm your wife.
These are our
Oh
children.
my goodness.
Now it's your turn.
So the title is appropriate.
That is pretty dark.
No one's dying here tonight. It's not me you should be stopping. Look at them.
I am.
It's just like the neighbors. Go to my shed, you'll see I'm right.
Oh, no. It's gonna be corpses. This is dark. This is pretty dark. All right.
They're hanging.
I know. Well, they say they were wrapped up bodies there too.
What
Yeah.
have you done?
Well, you're getting your wish.
All right.
Now we're
That's
cooking.
what I'm talking about. Who were they? His name?
Neighbors.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do this. No, no. This is not what I asked for.
Oh.
I've given birth to the devil.
Oh.
Honestly, she probably needs
Give me the
now.
baby.
I can't do kids. Even animated children. Batman. Oh. I know, you're just picturing little hero. I know,
Yeah,
me too.
he even has the same cheeks.
Oh.
Oh no.
This is definitely the darkest one. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Oh. All right, not what I was thinking, DC.
I mentioned a few videos ago that there was a episode of Justice League where this was happening to Superman and Wonder Woman, where they were seeing each other as creatures.
Foul demon!
Diana? Diana, it's me! I tried to tell you.
This is kind of like something out of Fringe, I feel like.
They all claim to have seen nightmare visions beforehand.
Any clue what's causing it?
so there could be an overriding factor. Perhaps a paranormal element.
Are you talking about magic?
Paranormal's not necessarily magic, Batman.
With as much as you've seen, can you rule it out?
The criminally insane don't need magic as an excuse.
He's even friendlier than they say.
I wonder why Batman would just be so dismissive of, like, thinking that they're all just criminals. What's up, Batman?
Constantine. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Legalized Christianity. You mentioned the movie. It's the same character, Constantine. Some music. Pretty good, too.
So this is regarded as one of the best?
That's what the comment said.
In what bloody plane of existence does
Oh my
fall
gosh,
of a
Holden.
kind lose?
The only reason I came to this dung heap of a casino is to find a relic to keep that monster locked away forever.
Yeah, I was wondering if they could just do stuff like that.
Are they implying David Copperfield,
British.
television magician, has true power?
Owns a chain of islands and dated Claudia Schiffer. What do you think? I'm betting the house. The House of Mystery.
Oh, okay.
I like the action.
A chipped dreamstone.
I'm out.
Broken knickknacks for the House of Mystery and its contents.
So even if that very magical dreamstone doesn't work, it's still a big-ass ruby. Read 'em and what?
Do they have an eye doctor in hell?
Oh, you cheated!
I think he was trying to cheat.
Uh-oh.
Situation here, Jason. Oj, Jagata kontrola sig jämstämmen. Gone, the form of man.
I recognize him. Yeah, I remember he rhymed a lot.
Let's use our words.
You will pay, Constantine!
Your soul will be ours. Your ass is grass, Constantine.
And we're the lawnmower!
Since the battle's fought and won, tasting blood with me is done.
Does he have to rhyme?
I think he does.
You don't consider the cost.
Weighed it against my being eaten alive and thought, yeah, totally worth it.
Of all the shows we went to see in Vegas, we never went to a magic show, I don't think. It's a lot of Cirque du Soleil.
Well, we did Chris Angel.
Oh, we did do Chris Angel, that's right. Oh yeah,
It was overrated.
No, it was good. We
was
we disagree.
overrated.
It was good. I go, we didn't do any magic shows. And you're like, we did Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Sorry. Totally
Cirque du Soleil was
Cirque du Soleil is otherworldly, man. If you ever get a chance to see any single show, go see a Cirque du Soleil show.
100%. Every show was just killer.
You know where I can find John Constantine?
We don't keep in touch.
Uh-oh.
I know you two have history, so I...
Batman needs to talk with John. You gotta come along too, it's important.
This is weird.
Boy, this guy's mind is tough. Can't hold!
What is going on?
I'll tell you on the way to John.
Pushed him out.
Sorry, Boston, but life is for the living.
Boston.
He was a circus performer.
He was a trapeze artist who loved being famous.
He looks similar to Daredevil.
It was a
Yeah.
weekend show.
Oh. There's John Wilkes over here.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a cool transition.
Yeah.
With Boston, things tend to get complicated.
Boston keeps hearing her name being called. Our dog's name is Boston.
It's Ramakrishna. She took pity on him and gave him the power to possess the living.
Well, thanks, Rama.
The House of Mystery tends to move around.
Oh no, the Batmobile.
Hopefully he has an extra one of those.
I'm sure he does.
Z, you alright?
Or he can fix it.
Yeah, as soon as you
Whoa.
get off me.
I'm not playing telephone between you two. Morquito Wenlum Hisoris.
We online? I hope your insurance was paid up.
It's the magic of the house. Decided it wanted to experience humanity and gave itself a body.
Your life is a patchwork of blackness with no time for joy. How do you cope with it?
I have a butler.
So this is in the same timeline, so Batman still has like a son, right?
Yeah.
Stop being a child and slow down. Where are we going?
Richie's.
Your friend's soul will be collected.
Who's he talking to now?
Shrouds. They deliver souls to hell.
They're drawn to you.
They're drawn to you.
This one has cheated us many times.
Boo.
I'll be the one to collect your soul, Constantine.
Batman?
Tell you everything inside, mate.
You're not here to say you're sorry, are you?
But I was looking to borrow the Kishanti key as well. Me not making proper amends isn't related to the key, which, truth be told, you're not gonna need, mate.
John!
You can go screw yourself. I am not giving you crap.
Your anger is understandable, but you need to reconsider.
Doctors say an upbeat attitude can help, so what I'll focus on today is that I met Batman.
It lets me access different planes of existence without doing 20-odd hours of incantations. I'll poke around this poor sod's memories to see how his madness began.
I'm calling security.
We're friends.
Oh boy. I wonder if he has like a limit on how long.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm here. I'm not waiting in the wings. Let's do this.
He's just gonna stand there and wait.
I've never liked this sort of magic.
I'll teach you to talk back.
Another precious moment.
There was joy, too.
Really?
Our toilet after we have Taco Bell.
Oh, this would be the worst type of demon. This is terrible.
This is a poop demon?
Oh.
Oh, that's that guy. Literally a steaming pile.
We've got to get out of here.
I feel like Raven would be a good companion in this episode.
You've arrived in time to witness my...
Richard!
No pulse.
We know!
Batman just had that.
Yo, he's got a bunch of stuff in his utility belt.
Make sure he sees that right when he wakes up.
If he wakes.
The apartment was like that when I arrived. I was attempting to help. Richard is known as a collector of the arcane and supernatural.
Why would you want to break in here?
For this, he named it the Dreamstone, but it's really the stuff of nightmares. He called himself Destiny. Destiny forged the Dreamstone with black magic and his soul.
Oh, the horse.
I don't like that.
Merlin.
Oh, come on.
It was actually the demon Etrigan who won the day.
If freedom is what's up for trade, then destiny's as good as slayed.
He'll do that.
You haven't won, Merlin.
I recognize that voice. Is that Alfred Molina?
I apologize to both you and Jason Blood, but your future portends a shared destiny.
It was also the beginning of my eternal life sentence with Etrigan.
The house keeps my valuables out of phase so they don't go wandering off. Who was it? Who did this to you?
Faust.
Felix Faust. I give you wizard and arsehole extraordinaire, Felix Faust.
Felix Faust would take precautions against locator spells.
I order you to help him any and every way you're able.
Alec Holland was murdered by terrorists. His body was never recovered.
Okay, that's cool.
Get out here or the posies get it!
John Constantine, you have a garden.
Yes, we need to find a man, a wizard, named Felix Faust.
I will take you there, so you are no longer here.
If we don't get a handle on this rotter, he'll threaten all of humanity.
Arise, the demon Etrigan!
I guess Etrigan's got it.
No woman can speak in my sanctum sanctorium.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Just because you're dead doesn't mean you're beyond my retribution. Stab me!
Oh, she's pulling a Little Mermaid.
You're the only one here that's really a threat.
Gosh.
Oh no! Oh, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like a Super Saiyan. Jeez. Whoa.
Get control, Z.
That's a lot of knives.
Do you see why I can't do what you do?
Why are you here? I haven't done anything to warrant...
I cannot.
Why are you here?
I have several hundred rings of varying design and properties.
Felix Faust isn't the one behind the nightmare crimes.
We were sent here by your friend, remember?
But Richie's dying.
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh no!
Richie. That's the other half of the bloodstone, I guess.
Oh no, I liked Richie.
Well.
Too late, Johnny boy. A small piece of the Dreamstone. It's sentient. So we had to frame Faust and get you to bring me here.
What's left of Destiny's soul was whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
So what happened to Destiny?
He died, his physical body died, but his soul is still in the soul.
Okay.
Stone.
We had a deal!
500 years I've waited.
She reminds me of Violet from The Incredibles. This guy's pretty awful. It would really suck to live in this comic book world. Just things constantly happening.
My will be done.
Oh, no, sir.
Since when does God need a force shield?
Very good.
The Justice League are on their way.
Suppose that couldn't be helped.
John, listen. You've been affected by magic.
Oh, did he separate them? Well, that dude's got a
Can they
Dyson then.
So they can both exist?
They did
now?
originally.
Yeah, I know, but...
Who dares strike at me? Swamp Thing.
Never equals one!
Oh! He would have decapitated him.
I like this Defender of the Green guy, or Guardian of the Green. Oh no!
Over there, you wanker!
Let me see your madness. I will tear your soul apart.
You chatter like my grandma at a book club.
Trick or treat, freak!
Oh, nice!
Oh! Oh, Richie.
John, please! Help me!
Dang.
And Batman's not actually saying any of this.
That was unpleasant.
Yeah, he's got to be, you know, hundreds of, 500 years old now.
Well, I thought it was the type of thing where it's like going forward.
Well, he originally had that wound, though. That's the only reason he lived.
That happened on the day he was bound to Etrigan.
Yeah, he would have died.
Sucky deal.
Though we were cursed to be slaves to each other,
All right.
I know of no man I'd want more for a brother.
Oh, so sweet though.
Batman asked me to be in the Justice League.
I bet he did.
Yeah. Need another creature of the night.
Maybe it's time to make a difference. They want you too.
Too right they do. Batsy would go mental.
He was the one who asked. Be safe, John.
Yeah, they probably could use some spellcasters in the JL.
Could you tell me more over a drink?
Don't think this is gonna turn into some sort of Manchester weekend.
Yeah. So they just have a house on hand.
Whatever, whenever, wherever.
That's what I call making yourself useful, love.
I know that there is a Constantine movie that we're going to get to eventually too. All right, just finished watching Justice League Dark, and indeed it was dark, especially at the very beginning. I was glad to have seen Constantine introduced. There was a few other characters that were introduced too. I do think it got a little convoluted at certain points, and there were certain moments where they would have these moments between characters. But because we hadn't really had a whole lot of exposure to the characters, like Etrigan, for example, and there would be like this heartfelt moment that we really didn't have a whole lot of connection to just because we hadn't really seen him all that much. Jon Stewart, they like casually introduced and they had him do a couple things, but that was basically put to the side. When they first showed Jon Stewart, I was like, oh, there's probably gonna be stuff with him involved. I don't know why they would just replace Hal's Jordan with Jon Stewart and then not do anything with that. But that's minor stuff. I really liked the magical aspect to it. I think that that's a really good way to deal with some of the problems that DC characters specifically have. Because when you have godlike characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, how do you make them have problems that they can't just punch their way out of? And so magic and the supernatural is a good way to answer that problem so that they're not just destroying and dominating everybody all the time. Destiny was an interesting character. They seem to have dealt with him pretty expediently at the end. It was just getting to that point or figuring out the whodunit that really took up the runtime of the movie. And that was fun and interesting to see and explore some of the magical things that they could do, John Constantine and Zatanna, who I also really liked. I'm not familiar with her at all. So I thought that she was a good compliment to John Constantine, and hopefully we'll see her more in Justice League movies of the future. So for me, I actually really enjoyed this one. Jen, what did you think?
I think on its own, it was a pretty good film. It definitely was dark. I loved the black magic or supernatural aspect to it. I also think that they did a pretty good job of introducing most of these newer characters, like the Swamp Thing. I really loved that Constantine, because I recognized that character, obviously Keanu Reeves playing Constantine, but I recognized him, and so that was kind of fun to have an overlap in a slightly different way. I really loved Destiny as a character. I thought he was dark, he was scary. Visually, I thought he was really well done. The scene where they had Felix Faust was a little bit confusing for me, because I know in the storyline it was to like throw us off and make us think that he was the one that was behind all of this. I think that diversion was just unnecessary. I still think that the movie before, Justice League versus Teen Titans, was the better movie out of these two, and I think it remains as one of my favorites. I think Holden's right that this one, there was points where it just was a little convoluted, a little crazy, got a little bit confusing. I am with like the dark magic, the supernatural. I like a touch of that in these DC movies. It was a fun storyline, and I loved seeing all the different relationships and then kind of build this bond. So I'm gonna go with a 7.
For me, I think I'll give this one a 7.5. I think it's a pretty solid one. I do agree that I think Justice League versus Teen Titans was a little bit better or a little bit more satisfying. But I do agree, I really do like seeing how they handle this dark magic and how they handle dealing with these supernatural things. That Boston character was really, really funny as well. A lot of them just felt a little underutilized and not fleshed out enough. Swamp Thing being a really good example of that, because I saw him and then they have that moment where they're like ripped apart. and Swamp Thing was like crying, but we had no like additional context or connection to him for that to really hit home for us. But clearly in the movie, it was a significant thing that was happening. All these movies have that problem where the runtime serves as an issue with character development. Sometimes they do it better. Justice League Teen Titans is a good example because Teen Titans introduced a bunch of characters too, but sometimes they really struggle with that, and I think that's a pretty good example. So for me, 7.5.
In that scene where Superman was seeing Batman, I believe, as a demon, and Z had to intervene. Imagine that, but with like all of our superheroes. Like, what kind of problem would that create? And so they did a really good job at touching on that, and I think that that's one of my favorite things with these DC movies when they do that.
They've been doing that a little bit more with Superman, having him be possessed or not in control of himself for obvious reasons, because Superman's usually the biggest problem. The one thing I don't like about that in this movie is because Superman and Wonder Woman were aware that the people were hallucinating or seeing normal people as demons and enemies. So when they began seeing them, I wish they should have had a moment of like pause. Wait a minute, are these actual or are we being, you know, the fact that they just went in guns a-blazing, I was like, that doesn't really sound like them. But for the sake of the movie, we want to see, you know, Superman almost beat the crap out of Batman. But that's just another one. That's a small nitpicky thing, but it just makes you go, I don't know about that. But anyway, these are just some of our thoughts. We'd love to know what you guys think. So leave us a comment down below letting us know. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we post the next video. And check out Patreon. You can watch videos like this one early and ad-free until it's posted. And you can watch the full-length reaction with us over there too. You'll just need your own copy to sync up with us. We're watching ours on Amazon Prime. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.